Welcome to Spiked Curiosity, where we dive into science, curiosity first. Today, we're diving into cold exposure. That's right, ice baths, cold showers, shivering, the whole deal, and exactly why this ancient practice has exploded in popularity, not just because of the Iceman Wim Hof, but because solid research backs the results. In this video, we're going to explore how cold exposure sharpens your mood, strengthens your immunity, boosts metabolism, and supports recovery. You'll also learn what the science says about the risks and how you should dive in safely. Quick disclaimer before we jump in. If you have any medical conditions, especially heart-related circulation issues, or you're pregnant, check with your doctor before introducing cold exposure into your routine. Safety first. All right, let's get into it. Let's begin with how cold exposure makes you feel. Cold plunges trigger a massive dopamine surge, sometimes up to 250%, plus a release of beta, endorphins, your body's own painkillers. That leads to a natural mood high that can last for hours. One case study even described total remission from major depression after regular cold water swims. And thousands of others continue to report improvements in anxiety, stress, and resilience. If you're looking for a dopamine-fueled energy boost, cold exposure delivers. Now let's talk about immunity. In a large randomized study, over 3,000 people ended their regular showers with 30 to 90 seconds of cold water. The result? They took 29% fewer sick days than the control group. Cold water ramps up noradrenaline and mobilizes immune cells into action, leading to stronger resistance against mild illnesses. What about fat burning and metabolism? Your body has a special kind of fat called brown adipose tissue, often known as brown fat, which burns glucose to create heat. Cold exposure activates this tissue, especially when you're not shivering. In one study, type 2 diabetes patients who spent 6 hours a day in a room at 14 to 15 degrees Celsius for 10 days improved their insulin sensitivity by 43%. That's a huge change in metabolic function just from being a little cold. Then there's your heart and circulation. Repeated cold exposure, like cold showers or baths, causes your blood vessels to constrict and then redilate. This cycling acts like a workout for your vascular system. Studies have shown that regular cold water swimmers tend to have improved blood pressure and lipid profiles thanks to enhanced vascular function and circulation. And for those of you who train hard, yes, the ice bath recovery hype is real. Cold water immersion after intense endurance sessions can reduce inflammation, speed up muscle repair, and cut down on soreness. The sweet spot? Around 10 to 15 minutes at 11 to 15 degrees Celsius. That's what studies show works best to recover quickly without compromising your gains, unless you're lifting heavy for hypertrophy, which brings us to risks. Now let's talk about what not to do. If you're lifting weights and trying to build muscle, doing a cold plunge right after your workout could actually reduce the results. One well-controlled study found that people who took cold baths immediately after every strength session gained significantly less muscle mass and strength over 12 weeks. That's because cold dampens the body's anabolic response. The fix? Wait at least 3 hours after lifting before cold exposure or save it for off days. There's also the cold shock response. That first gasp, fast breathing, and heart rate jump can be risky if you have underlying heart or blood pressure issues, so be sure to check with your doctor. Staying in very cold water too long, say 20 minutes below 10 degrees Celsius, can push you toward hypothermia or just wear you down. These problems are rare and usually come from overdoing it or ignoring medical advice. Done gradually and sensibly, cold exposure is generally safe and easy to fit into your routine. Here's the best way to get started, based on the best science available. Start with cold showers. Drop the temperature for the final 30 to 90 seconds and aim to do this 3 to 5 times per week. You'll likely feel more awake, calmer, and mentally sharper right away. To go from there, we included a free Get Started guide that you can find in the description, summarizing all of the science-backed tips from today's video and linking directly to the supported studies. So, should you start cold exposure? If you're healthy and curious, The answer is likely yes. Cold exposure is a powerful form of controlled stress. It teaches your body to adapt, your mind to focus, and your immune and metabolic systems to function more efficiently. The risks are real, but they're rare and avoidable. And the benefits? Backed by science, felt by thousands, and potentially life-changing if done consistently. Just remember, start small, be consistent, and always listen to your body. If you found this video useful, give it a like and subscribe for more curiosity-driven content. And if you've got any questions, tips, or even a request for a future video, drop one in the comments. We'd love to hear them. Don't forget to stay curious and stay cool. Thanks for watching.